I grew up in LA, and I think that tells you a lot. Just sort of the amount of culture and influences around you really can give a really big artistic impression. For me, I spent a lot of time in the marching band, jazz band in my high school, just, competing, doing it for the sake of music. And that's really what got me into it, I'd say. Branching off from that, doing my own thing, starting with just, GarageBand for iOS on my phone. I think that's what really got me started. Learning about people like Steve Lacy, who composed a lot of stuff, won a Grammy, and still just using his phone. That's what really got me into starting to believe in myself a little bit more and getting me to where I am right now. For me, this album, really, it's about finding my artistic voice and what it means to really write, compose, sing, collaborate, produce, master all these different tracks, because that really takes a lot of connection with yourself, I feel, to make it so that it all makes sense really at the end. And throughout the process, I really didn't know what was going to make sense, but I think looking back on it, that whole process is really what this EP symbolizes for me. An entire process of discovering a feeling, a mood, a sound. First you got Vital, which I think is one of my more rhythmic pieces. It features a lot of cadences on it, really strict rhythms. The song's really just about really being confident in yourself and in what you want to do and purposeful in a specific moment in time.
I make a choice and then it's final. Make a killing like it's porn. I know I'm ready and that's what's vital.
For the next track, we have Rose. And this one, really what I wanted to set out with is just create this really big ambient, like orchestral feeling. Just a bunch of delay and reverb on a lot of these things. And there's some play between sort of like these natural sounding strings and then these more synthetic sounding ones. And in terms of the storyline of this one's really about chance and fate, sort of where you lie in society, how that impacts your position, whether you wish you were somewhere else, and how much better it could be, or if it really would just be the same. And that's really what that song's about.
Get what you get, no certainty, so learn to be hopelessly infatuated with currency or some other form of novelty. Just know we're living mortally, and this is coming truthfully, no room for any empathy.
For the third track, Clear Skies Part 2, this one's actually a pretty interesting process. Started out with the sample, one of the artists I collaborated with sent to me. Ended up turning it into a whole song for her, and out of that spawned this really cool sample that I used on this track. And that sample is it really demonstrates sort of like this past time that I'm reflecting on in all of my vocals. You can really tell there's a lack of closure over an incident that happened that never really let me recover, because I never really let it go, and it calcified over time. And that's sort of what you're hearing throughout the song, just a fight between me fighting the past within the present.
I never saw past my regrets to see a home and not another threat. What could have been most fortunate.
So the last song, this is one that really gets me my most vulnerable, I think. Just writing this song was a hard process of reflecting on a person in my life that I had to let go, but not with any sort of spite or anger, really just sadness, because this person who contributed so much to my life at a point, I had to leave behind, and I would never forget them or take for granted what they've done, but it's something that I just had to let go. Thank you for watching, and remember to stream Time and Place on Spotify this June.